afternoon, everyone. My name is Amigo Praise Esther, and welcome to Mac and Cheese, the official channel for the Mass Communication Department. Today, in preparation for the SRC elections, I have with me 20223.Fredrick Jr., who is a 500 level law student aspiring for the position of the president. Good afternoon, Fredrick.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
Oh, very well, thank you.
So can you just tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, like you said, I'm a 500 level student of the Faculty of Law, erstwhile president of the Law Student Society, Secretary General, ELCOM twice, the best financial Secretary General. I've been a panelist representing Bingham University at the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Crimes Offences Commission and Abuja, and now I'm running for SRC president. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us. The presidential post is a very big position to want to handle. So can you tell us, I know in your introduction you already told us a bit about your experience, but can you tell us your past experiences in leadership?
Okay. Like you said, leadership is a very tricky one, especially when you're the president. That means you're the head. I always say when the head is faulty, every other thing is faulty. So with leadership, my past experiences, I've learned people managerial skills, learned to manage people. I've learned to understand that in leadership you're not always correct and you're not always right. So sometimes you have to listen more than lash out less. You understand? Because you want to be infuriated, and also people skills is very, very important. Listening to others and availability. So those very important skills.
So if elected as the president of the SRC, Bingham University, what do you as a leader bring to the position that will help promote growth among students?
That's I don't know how to go around that without giving you necessarily my manifesto, which is tomorrow. However, what am I going to bring to the table that is going to promote development in Bingham University? Anyone that knows me or followed my leadership track record over time knows that I'm an administrator. So basically, I'm going to bring an administrative skill set to the table, and that's one thing I know I bring to the table, which is unique and no one else brings to the table. You get me? And from there, that leadership skill set, that administrative skill set is going to, pilot the affairs of Bingham University Student Representative Council to a whole different realm, to a whole different dimension. Because at this point now, we're trying to look at the nitty-gritty, the faulty mechanism. We're not just going outside, we're going back to the grassroots and saying, oh, where did we all go wrong? It was at the administration, so what are we fixing? So we're coming to fix this defective administrative system. So yeah, that's what I did.
Thank you. Another question is, how do you plan on engaging the students' body in the decision-making process of SRC?
Very simple, very, very simple. Originally, the SRC is working for the students, not the students working for the SRC, and that is why we are voted into power. You understand? So, by constitution, we have something called a Student General Assembly, but then basically we do not exercise this because most of us do not even know what the SRC constitution looks like or is like. Now, if we, like I said earlier, I spoke about administration. If we are properly operating a standard administrative system of government, it's called that accountability and checks and balances and response to the students should not be a problem. But these things only come in when you come into office. People are voted into office, students do not know their rights, students do not know what's happening, you don't know the constitution, and then officials just feel like, oh, I'm there to be God, I'm there to Lord, or this is the time where I form Wizkid or Davido, this is why I become a celebrity and I hide. No, you're supposed to be available, you're supposed to serve. So in this we tend to reenact that provision and let students know that, oh yeah, we are here to serve you, we're here to work for you, because that's why you elected us. So leadership is service. Get me? So that's it. So by involving them in the General Assembly and then also bringing in their faculty presidents here and there to be part of this whole dream, we discovered that we might not be able to reach out to every student one-on-one, but when they are properly represented from their faculty presidents, their states, you discover that these people were equally voted to represent the students. The SRC is the bigger picture, but these students, these people now, a law faculty president, a medicine president, the economics president will be closer to his or her students than the SRC. So if we are engaging directly with these presidents, then we are engaging directly with their students.
Well, thank you for that good answer. I know before coming out from a position like this, you must have had a kind of motivation for it.
Yeah.
Can you share with us your motivation for running for this position?
Sure, why not? It's very simple, no long speech. I looked at the Student Representative Council. I've been here in BM for what, 5 years now, and I've been studying the modus operandi year in, year out, and I'm like, okay, it's been good, but there's still, I have identified a problem in the Student Representative Council which has been there over time, which no one has addressed. Now I have the intellectual capacity to solve this, I have the administrative capacity to solve this. So am I going to sit back and let it go, or am I going to step up and take the mantle and then solve this when I can solve this? And then you might ask, what is that problem? The administrative defect, which I said earlier, is the problem. We have lacked this over time in Bingham University. For the last 5 years which I've been in this school, we've been operating an SRE and not an SRC, Student Representative Executive. The council is faulty.
Wow, thank you so much for that. So over time, how do you think your campaign has been going for you?
Oh. Yeah, running for SRC president in BM University. Honestly speaking, when I decided to run, I didn't know it was going to be this challenging. I wouldn't lie to you. You get me? Like you know, normally I hear SUG in the public universities, in the government universities, and I hear, oh, they are fighting this one. But I was like, nah, it's a private university. And you know, the elections I witnessed before, it's not usually that tense. But this time I came around and there's so much tension, there's so much frustration, and I'm like, okay, it's probably because we have two very good candidates coming out, and you know, when you have good candidates, it becomes a thing of, oh, which side is, both will be good, or both might be good, but it now becomes a question of which is better. So you discover that it's just so much. Sometimes I just go online and I see nasty comments on student status, you know, but I just know it is town culture, because my opponent's fans are going to be like, oh, saying whatever they want to say to just make their opponent look good, and then you see my own fans on the other side will try to say what they want to say to make me look good. And then, but I however try my best possible to stay away from the drama, because I wouldn't want a situation where I come out and I defame the character of my opponent, and I respect him so much not to do the same. So it's been a lot of pressure mentally, emotionally, but when you look back and you see those that believe in you, those that believe in the vision and the dream we have for Bingham University, then that's the only thing that keeps me going, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. We don't have a lot of questions today, so before we go, what else do you have to say to the people listening, to people who your prospective voters for next season?
Okay, if you're joining us live today, or you've been part of this interview, I would love to say that basically I've not had the chance to do this to, I've had the chance to do this to so many people, but there are so many people who are yet to hear me speak, because they are like, we haven't heard him speak, we haven't seen him, or he's proud, he's this, he's that. That's far from it, far from it. I'm literally one of the most down-to-earth people you can meet out there. The thing is, we're running for SRC president to a school of over 5,000 students. You agree with me that we have been on this campaign for 5 months now, but it's literally impossible to reach all 5,000 students, and that is why we employ the campaign strategy of social media and physical campaign. So if you cannot see me physically, you see me on social media. If you cannot see me on social media, you see me physically. If we're doing all physical campaign, then it's not everybody that will still see us, because it's 5,000 students. How do you meet 5,000 one-on-one? If you're doing social media, not everybody is so socially active. So we're using both. So some might be like, oh, I've not seen Mr. President, or I've not seen you in our class, or I've not seen. We are going around, we're walking, we're trying to reach each and every student. But we are 5,000. And that's why if you don't see me physically, you see me on social media. You don't see me on social media, you see me physically. And that's why I keep doing that, and you know, so that we can reach that. But for those that still have doubts and all, most people say he's coming. I'm not coming to learn how to be a president. I'm not coming to, you know, practice or use the SRC as a test run. I'm coming to do what I know how to do, what I enjoy doing. I've been a president before. I've been in leadership all through the realms of BHAM University. Served the law faculty, served the SRC, served the Christian law body, you know, in different spheres. So for someone to be tested and trusted, he first needs to be tested. I have been tested and I am trusted. So why not, Fred?
Thank you so much for being with us on today's program.
Yeah.
I have been praised Anigo, and this interview was brought to you by Mac and Cheese, the official channel for the Mass Communication Department. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be having the second presidential aspirant here with us in the studio. Thank you and goodbye.